So for this day of the 12 days of anime, I decided to choose the moment from the anime Erased, where we find out who is the killer in Erased. And I'm going to try to be spoiler free about it, but I think whether you loved it or hate it, it was a big moment. It was a real big moment in the series because it was one of those who did it type of series. But the question I want to pose to you guys, aside from that, because I think from that point on, that's when a lot of the fandom shifted to either continuing to enjoy it for the most part or just absolutely hating it. Do you think the ending of Erase was detrimental to the ultimate success of it and people's feelings towards it? How important or paramount, shall I say, is the ending specifically of Erase? Because again, I think ultimately that's where everything shifted. That moment, whether again you loved it or you hated it, was huge to Erase, because we was always waiting for that one moment from the very first episode where we find out somebody killed the main character Satoru's, mother, and it continued to lead on of him trying to find out who's doing all these things. Ultimately, when we found out who it was, it kind of shifted the direction of the series, and of course the series got a little bit quicker and things like that. But do you think the ending of Erased ruined ultimately the entirety of it and made it like not as good as it once was? Personally, I think the ending of Erase wasn't all that, and I think that it did deteriorate from the original enjoyment and quality that it had prior to the reveal. Because prior to the reveal, of course, we had great pacing, everything was going smoothly, everything was just really nicely done. But once we got to the reveal, I think from there on out is when things started to shift. Of course, things got faster, it started taking a different direction from the manga, and I think the reveal, it was at a certain point just so obvious who it was that it was kind of like, oh, this is okay, and then it just kind of went a little bit of a downward spiral. I don't think though that it completely made Erased a bad series by any means, because I do stand that I think Erased is an awesome series, but I do think that the ending of Erased was detrimental to a certain degree to the entirety of the series, because the goal in a sense of Erased, for the most part, for everybody even watching it for that matter, was finding out who did it, who's the killer, who's the murderer. And then when you find that out, that's where the series again took a different direction. So I'm kind of curious, how do you feel about that? Did you choose that for your day, for today of the 12 days of anime, or you chose something totally different? And do you think that Erased was detrimental in the end? The ending of it just kind of changed your outlook on the series? And again, of course, what moment you chose for today for the 12 days of anime. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next 12 days of anime. Have an awesome one.